Hello folks, we are back again with another video. This is another DIY video. Some of this stuff is looking a little bit rough, I've noticed when I was pulling them out, but I thought I'd share this idea with you all. This is something that my wife came up with a while ago when our son was much younger, and it's pretty inexpensive. I'll put a couple links in the description below for some locks off of Amazon that are pretty expensive. I believe we got these at like the dollar store, I want to say, maybe Walmart, something like that. They weren't very expensive though. I know when she first initially went out to do this project, she looked at like Lowe's or something like that, and they were pretty darn expensive. But these ones were much less expensive. And they don't have to be like super great, these particular locks. And the idea behind this that we initially came up with is doing letters. And you can get, I believe Learning Resources has some different ideas with this, but they were a little bit more expensive than what we were gonna pay initially, but they do have all the letters. But the idea is you have, you match the letter with the key. So, obviously each lock will have its own key. So you can just glue them on. She used these little kind of glass letter tiles, but you could pretty much do anything. But this worked out a little bit less expensive for us than what Learning Resources has. Obviously theirs is kind of cool. It has the different colors and everything. And then we really like a lot of their products, but we tried, going through and DIYing this. And it worked out pretty well for the most part. I would suggest doing something different than these glass tiles because these, are obviously real locks, so they're a little bit heavier, more substantial than like a play lock, so they will get cracked and broken. So like this one's broken, cracked on there, and then some of these other ones, they just fell right off when they got damaged enough. So, but the idea with this, you incorporate a lot of different things on this. So you have obviously letter matching. You could do even like colors, you could do numbers, you could make this into like math problems even, but you incorporate, fine motor skills as well. If you had the locks that were different colors as well as the keys, then you could do that along with letters. You could have upper and lower case. You could have them spell out different things with the letters, but the idea, and then obviously, fine motor skills to get the key in there. He had a lot of trouble with that initially because he was kind of young. But then, you have the matching portion and you have the result of being able to actually unlock it. So you get the reward for the kiddo when they actually get the right answer. So this was pretty fun, pretty easy. The hardest thing was getting the locks at a reasonable price. So once you do that, for the most part, it's pretty easy. You just match up to what you want to do. So if you want to do letters, if you want to do numbers, if you want to do colors, and then you just have everything matched up. And you could even have it where, well, that probably wouldn't matter if you had it flipped on the other side, but you could do it pretty much any way you want. The ones I have, I'll put in the description. One of the sets is luggage locks. So I'm not sure how big those would be for what you could actually put on there. They might actually be even easier though, because if they're smaller, then you wouldn't have to, color in a whole lock if you aren't doing a color, if you're like painting it or something. But it's really cool. I mean, you get a lot of interest out of this at least from our kiddos. They like the idea of being able to match up the keys and then to getting the satisfaction of being able to actually open the lock up. For these, obviously, again, they are real locks, so you actually have to find the correct key. I feel like with maybe some of the luggage locks and whatnot, you might have cases where, multiple keys might work, but I don't have too much experience with luggage locks. We don't really use them, so I am unsure on that fact. So, but yeah, so this is the idea. It's worked really well for us, and you can lock them together, you can lock them onto different things, and then you could have the kids, go through it and find the right keys and whatnot. You could have it be like, little timed activities. You could have it be so that they can unlock, a certain prize or something if you have like a little container. And once they, do whatever function it is that they need. You could even stack multiple locks and incorporate multiple locks into that. But yeah, it definitely helps with the coordination and the fine motor skills. I think probably one of the hardest things was getting the key in the lock, because he always try to do it the opposite way, and then you have to help him, flip it around and stick it in. And doing the actual letter matching was much easier for him. So, but this is, pretty cool idea. I thought that I'd share with everybody, based off of, something that someone else has already done, but you know, trying to do it a little bit more inexpensive, and it gives you the variety of being able to do more possibilities. You know, again, you don't have to just do letters. You could do numbers, you can do colors, you could even do animals. Like if you had little pictures of, you know, a lion or a tiger or something, you could even do, you know, mama animal, baby animal kind of thing. So there's a lot of different possibilities. Why don't we have everybody, you know, in the comments below put a different idea on there for what they would like to do with these. It'd be interesting to see, you know, even more ideas that would come up with that. So be interested in seeing what you all have to say about it. So we'll take a look at those, and maybe we'll even do a follow-up video and pick one of the ideas and get whatever resources we need together to put that together, and then we can show that off. So that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos like this. We'll probably have more DIY projects like this, more little games and stuff for the future.